It just came out recently that Urban Meyer, the head coach of Ohio State, was aware of domestic violence happening between one of his assistants and the assistant's wife, Zach Smith and Courtney Smith. Let's just say this. Although Zach Smith, the assistant coach committing the domestic violence, he is 100% at fault. A true sense of your character, if you may, is how, as a man, is how you treat women. And if you are violent against your spouse, girlfriend, family, whatever it may be, anybody, you know what? I think it shows very clearly what type of person you are. And also, Urban Meyer, you are the problem here. You are part of the problem. This has been going on, from what I've heard, since 2009. He was aware of Zach Smith having domestic violence against his then girlfriend. Nothing happened. Also, when Urban Meyer was at Florida, there was over 30 arrests of his players. 30. But guess what? It gets swept under the rug because he's a successful football coach. Don't get me wrong. I love college football probably more than anybody. But this doesn't excuse you from doing these type of things. You are perpetuating the problem. You are just playing into the stereotype of another white male in power who's covering things up, causing problems, and really just not doing what you should be doing. It doesn't matter if you bringing these things out into the public is going to look bad on Ohio State's reputation. That's the problem. You are perpetuating the problem, Urban Meyer. And the other thing is, you are responsible for the lives of young college students. I'm just out of college. I'm 25. And I've been in that age recently. You are responsible for kind of shaping these people and giving them a concept of what it means to be A, a professional, B, someone of character. And if this is how you're going to kind of run your program, 30 plus arrests in Florida, domestic violence being covered up, you knew about it, you didn't do anything about it, that's what you're showing the up and coming generation to be. And that's why we have so many cases of NFL players who have history of domestic violence or drug use or drug abuse or whatever it may be, because coaches, the people in charge, the people who are supposed to be giving them a good example, are doing the opposite. And by the way, Urban Meyer is now on paid administrative leave. So you're telling me he can cover up domestic violence and all he gets is a little kind of, from what I'm seeing right now, yes, he might get fired, but as for now, it's hey, don't do your job, but we're still going to pay you. I mean, how is this okay? How is this? And any article you go read about Urban Meyer, it talks about his record at Ohio State and his record at Florida. Guess what? Your football record does not diminish that you are perpetuating violence, domestic violence. You are just as much at fault as the coordinator for not doing anything about it. It's just like Joe Paterno. You're just as much at fault. It's just as much your fault as it is the coordinators.